It started with a single photo, Prince William stepping onto a red carpet in a velvet tuxedo, and the internet instantly froze, because this wasn't just any outfit. It was the exact same look Prince Harry had worn only days earlier, halfway across the world. To brothers who barely speak, living separate lives, suddenly showing up in matching outfits that seemed impossible to ignore. Coincidence? Maybe, but to millions watching, it felt like something else. Almost like a silent message slipping through their broken relationship. People didn't know what to make of it, yet the resemblance was so precise that speculation spread faster than the photos themselves. And while royal insiders stayed quiet, fans started connecting dots in ways the palace probably wishes they wouldn't. But the matching tux wasn't the whole story, because this single fashion moment collided with red carpet returns, celebrity parties, deleted photos, royal jewels, and the unspoken tension between two brothers whose lives continue to mirror each other, even when they're trying so hard not to. And what happened next left everyone with more questions than answers. Prince William hadn't walked a red carpet in 2 years, so when he and Kate stepped onto the entrance of the Royal Variety performance, cameras went wild. Every detail mattered. Kate in deep green velvet, William in a sharp black velvet tux that almost glowed under the lights. Together, they looked polished, coordinated, and, according to royal commentators, intentionally united. Their outfit seemed designed to tell the world, "We're back." But what caught people's attention wasn't the return itself. It was the jacket, the black velvet, the exact shade, the cut, the styling. And then someone posted a side-by-side photo, William on the red carpet and Harry at Kris Jenner's birthday party just days earlier. The comparison was immediate. The internet exploded. Suddenly, fashion blogs, royal watchers, and random Instagram accounts started pointing out how uncanny the match was. William probably didn't think a blazer would turn into a headline. But for fans who haven't seen the brothers together in years, even the smallest parallel, if you love real, respectful royal updates, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to UK Celebus. Your support keeps these stories coming. Feels loaded with meaning. The velvet moment had barely gone live, and already people were asking, why now? Why this look? And why does it match his brothers so perfectly? What made it stranger was the timing, because Harry had worn his velvet jacket just 11 days earlier, on November 8th, and while William was stepping out in London, Harry was making waves in Beverly Hills, yet somehow, without speaking. They walked into two very different rooms wearing the same statement piece. And still, that wasn't the entire story. Royal fashion overlaps aren't new. The brothers once shared military uniforms, suit styles, and even casual outfits during their younger years. But that was before their relationship fractured, before books, interviews, accusations, and complete silence. So when a matching fashion moment happens now, people can't help but analyze it. This time, it wasn't subtle. William's velvet jacket matched Harry's right down to the tone of the fabric and the shape of the lapels. The crisp white shirt, the solid black bootie, the black trousers. Even the way their jackets caught the light looked the same. Fans instantly began replaying Harry's Kris Jenner entrance clip and comparing it to William's red carpet rival. The resemblance was impossible to dismiss. Commentators started whispering about whether William had seen Harry's outfit online, or if this was just an accidental overlap. Some suggested velvet jackets are a classic winter trend. Others believe that maybe, without meaning to, the brothers still move in a weird mirrored rhythm, even when separated by thousands of miles. And the conversation only intensified when deeper context surfaced, because Harry's velvet tux wasn't worn at just any event. It was at one of the most exclusive celebrity parties of the year. And that's where the story takes its next turn. While William was preparing for a traditional royal fundraiser, Harry was stepping into an entirely different world. Kris Jenner's 70th birthday bash wasn't a casual get-together. It was a billionaire-hosted, Hollywood-packed, James Bond-themed spectacle held at Jeff Bezos' home. Everyone showed up dressed like movie spies, and Harry, leaning into the theme, went full 007, black velvet jacket, black trousers, crisp white shirt, Black Bodhi. It was sleek, polished, and surprisingly old school, a look more associated with classic British elegance than California cool. It reminded people of Harry before the royal fallout, the version of him who once walked palace corridors and represented tradition. But the detail that stood out most wasn't the tux, it was the red poppy he pinned to his lapel. In early November, the royal family wears poppies to honor lives lost, and if you love real, respectful royal updates, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to UK Symbolized. Your support keeps these stories coming. More. Harry continuing that tradition, even in Beverly Hills, struck fans as significant. Some said it was a reminder that part of him still carries pieces of his old life. Others believed it was simply respect, a small but meaningful gesture. Inside the event, sources claimed Harry and Meghan arrived hand in hand, smiling, relaxed, glowing. Meghan wore a glamorous black wrap dress with a high slit. The couple blended into the Hollywood crowd, but carried an energy that made them stand out. But the real drama came after the party, when their photos mysteriously disappeared. The next morning, fans noticed something odd. Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian had posted carousels of photos from the party, celebrity selfies, group shots, glamorous candids. But the Sussexes, who had definitely been photographed, were nowhere to be seen. People immediately began asking, were they removed? And if so, why? Within hours, two conflicting explanations surfaced. One version claimed Meghan and Harry had declined photo consent, supposedly checking no on a permission form. This theory spread fast, fitting the narrative that they're cautious about public exposure. But then an insider pushed back, insisting there were no consent forms at all. That contradiction alone fueled even more speculation. Some believed the Kardashians removed the photos to avoid online drama. Others argued that maybe the Sussexes requested privacy. And then there were those who thought it was simply a glitch, though glitches rarely happen on posts that cured it. The uncertainty turned a simple party moment into a trending mini-scandal. Fans dissected screenshots. Tabloids re-uploaded grids showing the original appearance of the photos before they vanished. It became gossip gold. And while the controversy simmered in California, William and Kate's red carpet moment in London hit the internet at the exact same time, creating a strange overlap. One couple facing a social media mystery, the other making a polished, controlled public appearance. But the velvet connection wasn't the only parallel people noticed. Kate Middleton's gown at the Royal Variety performance wasn't just gorgeous, it was loaded with meaning. Deep green velvet is a power choice, but pairing it with Queen Elizabeth's Greville chandelier earrings added symbolic weight. These aren't everyday jewels. They represent legacy, stability, and continuity. Kate hadn't worn a red carpet look this bold in 2 years. Her appearance felt like a declaration that she was stepping back into public life with strength. Fans immediately noted how radiant she looked, how grounded. If you love real, respectful royal updates, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to UK Symbolized. Your support keeps these stories coming. How did William seem beside her, and how intentionally coordinated their outfits were. Together, their matching velvet was almost cinematic. The future king and queen presenting a united front during a period when the monarchy has been heavily scrutinized. Commentators described the moment as classic royal messaging, the kind designed to quietly stabilize public perception. And that's what made the timing with Harry's tux so striking. These weren't two brothers making the same fashion choice on a random day. They were appearing in parallel moments that reflected the two different worlds they now belong to. But there was even more to the velvet story. Some fans assumed William copied Harry, but those who follow royal fashion closely pointed out something else. William actually has a history with velvet. He's worn velvet jackets for years at Earthshot events, charity galas, and even family celebrations. Just 2 weeks before the red carpet moment, on November 5th, he wore another black velvet tuxedo jacket to the Earthshot Prize ceremony in Rio. It was a Tom Ford piece he'd worn before, intentionally recycled as part of Earthshot's sustainability message. So velvet isn't new for him. It's part of his brand, but the coincidence still felt uncanny. After all, Harry doesn't often wear velvet at Hollywood events. So the fact that both men chose near identical tuxedos for two massively public appearances because celebrity-filled versus royal-filled made the overlapping imagery impossible to ignore. It created a storyline no one expected: two estranged brothers living vastly different lives, still orbiting around the same visual choices. And whether intentional or not, velvet became the unexpected symbol of their unspoken connection. But the emotional undercurrent behind all this goes even deeper. Even though they're continents apart, people continue searching for signs that William and Harry pay attention to each other. Rumors have circulated for months that the brothers track each other's moves more than the public realizes. Not in a dramatic way, more like curiosity, nostalgia, or maybe even an unwillingness to fully let go. That's why this matching style moment hit differently. It wasn't staged, it wasn't orchestrated, and it didn't involve speeches. If you love real, respectful royal updates, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to UK Celebus. Your support keeps these stories coming. Or interviews. It was subtle, quiet, almost accidental, which made it feel more real. Some fans argue the matching velvet was simple coincidence. Others suggest it was a reminder that no matter how far they drift, some things, habits, preferences, instincts, remain eerily aligned. Years of shared upbringing don't just vanish. And in the middle of all this, their public images couldn't be more different. Harry continues to navigate Hollywood's chaotic glamour, stepping into celebrity circles and occasionally dealing with the fallout that comes with it. William remains anchored to tradition, walking into royal halls under chandeliers and history. But somehow, in November, they met in the middle, wearing the same thing at the same time in completely different worlds. And that's why the story spread everywhere. Celebrity stories explode when they offer mystery, symbolism, and a touch of drama. And this moment had all three: to brothers who barely communicate, to velvet tuxedos that matched down to the stitch, to public appearances that couldn't have been more opposite, a Hollywood photo controversy, a royal red carpet comeback, a curious overlap people couldn't explain. The velvet moment wasn't about fashion, it was about connection. It hinted at something unsaid, unresolved, and unexpectedly human. And people love moments like that. They're subtle enough to analyze, emotional enough to care about, and dramatic enough to trend. It's the kind of moment that keeps fans speculating, keeps tabloids refreshed, and keeps both sides of the Atlantic wondering if the story of these two brothers is really as closed as everyone thinks. Because for all the interviews, books, and headlines, something about the matching tuxedos made it feel like the story isn't over. Not yet. And maybe that's the real meaning behind the velvet moment. Not that William and Harry secretly coordinated, and not that they're reconnecting behind the scenes, but that some bonds refuse to disappear completely, even in silence, even in distance. Two lives moving separately, yet still crossing in the smallest, strangest ways. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe it was just winter fashion. Or maybe it was a quiet reminder that their story, complicated, painful, and unfinished, still has threads connecting it. And the world will keep watching for the next moment those threads show up again.